Okay, let's keep going. So now I'm going to use the website to solve chi-squared problems. So if you go here, all I want you to do is when you open the PowerPoint, go ahead and copy and paste it. And I did this, and I apologize. This is going to be a little complicated because I'm going to have to be going back and forth. So ignore that recording button up in the corner. Sorry about that. So when you put the website in, it's SoxStatistix.com. I would just go ahead and copy and paste it. You might want to make it a bookmark up here. I use Google Chrome. So go ahead and it'll bring this up, the chi-squared calculator of goodness of fit. Okay, so the first step you're going to do is you're going to put in your categories. And in the PowerPoint, if you want to follow with me, I have an example, and I'm going to minimize it because then maybe I can see it here. So it says, I believe that there's equal proportions for flavor of soda. So I believe that cherry is like just as much as strawberry, orange, lime, and grape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put, what were my categories? I'm going to put cherry, strawberry, sorry, I'm old and I'm forgetful, orange, lime, and then what was the last one? Grape. Okay. So now what I want to do, I'm going to hit next. So it put my categories in there. So now what it's going to prompt you to do is do your observed minus your expected. So my observed, let's do this again. My observed was 32 for my cherry, 28 for my strawberry, 16 for orange, 14 for lime, and I'm going to double check myself. And then for grape, it was 10. So all my numbers look good. Okay. So the next thing it wants me to do on the PowerPoint is I have to do my expected, right? So I'll show you the math we did for the expected. So for the expected, remember, your expected is your N times your P, or your sample size times your percentage or your proportions. So how many categories do I have? I have 5. And if you add all these up, you get 100. So 100 divided by 5, or 100 times 1 over 5, gives you 20. So my expected for each of these categories is 20. So all I do is I go back here and put 20, 20, 20, 20, and then 20. So as you see, that's all I did. I'm going to put 0.5 level of significance, okay? And I hit calculate it. And look what it did for me. It did all the work. Remember the differences, then the difference squared, and then the difference squared by the expected? It did it all for me. So it gave me a chi-squared value of 18 and a p-value of 0.001. And that p-value is what I can compare to my level of significance. So you didn't have to do it by hand. You just did it here and it gave it to you. Isn't that a great thing? So then you don't have to worry about doing anything by hand. All right, let's do another example. Let me go back to the beginning. Where is it? So home. Oops. Let me go ahead and copy and paste it again just to make sure I'm on the right one. I would hate to get like a different kind of chi-squared because there's many different kinds. All right, I'm going to copy it again. I'm going to go back to this. I'm just going to pour it in there. And there it goes. It brings it back up. Okay, so the next example. So what happens if I don't have equal proportions? So here's the thing. So a statistics professor believes that she gets a certain proportion for her grades. So for A's, she gets 20%. For B, she gets 35%. For C, she gets 25%. And for D, she gets 10%. And for F, she gets 10%. Okay. So she got 29 A's, 42 B's, 20 C's, 5 D's, and 4 F's. So let's go back to the site, and I'm going to put that in. All right, so my categories are A, B, C, D, and F, okay? And then I hit next. Oops, next. Okay, then my observed, remember, okay, so my observed was 29 A's, 42 B's, oops, 25, excuse me, 20 C's, 5 B's, and 4 F's. Okay, my expected is going to be different. So let me go back to the PowerPoint and show you. Okay, we did that. All right, so my expected values are going to be different for this one. And here it is step by step. So my sample size, if I add them all together, 29 plus 42 plus 20 plus 5 plus 4 gives me 100. So then what I need to do is step by step by doing this. So 100 times 20, because that's the percentage of A's I got, is 20. So I expect to have 20 A's. B's were 35%. So 100 times 35, excuse me, 0.35 is 35. 100 times 0.25 is 25. So I expect to have 25 C's, 10 D's, and 10 F's. Okay, it was different than last time, remember? Because she believes her proportions are different. And honestly, in the real world, this happens in classes, especially in intro level classes. You don't get that pretty normal distribution. You kind of get a skewed distribution. So let me go back to my website and I'm going to put in my expected. I expect to get 20 A's, 35 B's, 25 C's, 10 D's, and 10 F's. Okay, so I've got everything in there. I scroll down, my significance level is the same, and then I hit the button and boom, it does it for me. So my chi-squared value is 12.55 and my p-value is 0.014. Then you can start doing the analysis of how you feel about that and how it did. So I hope this helped. Let me go make sure I've got everything done in the PowerPoint. Yep, and it gives it to you. Let me know if you have questions about this, but definitely use the website because it will help you.